Hi guys, I'm Eva and I'm Hungarian, and I want to make a video about the origins of the Magyars. I'm not a historian and I'm generally not interested in history, but I've seen so many misinformation about our history, about our origin, and this is why I want to make this video. I know it's not a high quality, and I will show you a few things. It's not a high quality video, but if you want to have a good information, this is your video. And I'm going to put a few titles of recent publication in the description below, maybe 4. And also what I'm talking about, I wrote it down in a Google documentum, open documentum, and I put these photos in it. So if you want to read it, I will put the link of this document in the description as well. So check out the description. But I will tell you now what is in this document. So basically, this is the publication of the Institute of Hungarian Research, which is quite new, I think 2 years old. They were established by the government because we had an academy which dealt with Hungarian stuff, but it's a different story why this one doesn't work. And they're pushing all kind of false information and ignoring real facts. And I think it was high time to have our own institute with our own people. And this institute has now lots of publications, and they did a lot of presentation in scientific I don't know, reunion. So they work really, really hard. And they did some research regarding the Magyars, and this is what I want to share with you. So they have also this new technology, archaeogenetics. This is like 20 years old technology, so really new. And they also developed a system with a database, so it's easy to compare the genetic information. And they also checked the one king called Béla the Third. Sorry. They checked the genetic information of Béla the Third, and this is a king who comes from this Árpád Dynasty. So Árpád is, who went to the Carpathian base with his magyars. And so they checked this Béla the Third, and let me see. So we set out to identify the origins of the Árpád dynasty based on genome sequencing of DNA derived from the skeletal remains of Hungarian King Béla III. He lived between 1172 and 1196. And then it will say at the end of this, this is the abstract of one of the study, and at the end it says that the ancestry of the first Hungarian royal dynasty traces to the region centering near northern Afghanistan about 4,500 years ago, and identifies the Bashkirs as the closest kin, with the separation date between the two populations at the beginning of the first millennium CE. Before I carry on, I just want to say that these Chepe people actually you know, they were moving between the Carpathian Basin and through the Steppe region to the east, to the China border. Also, they were moving down the south. Some parts actually moved up north, like the Manshi. That's why we have a connection with the Manshi. It's not because we came from the north down, but some group of people broke off and moved up north. So Manshi people moved to the north from the Steppe region. And these Steppe people were mixing, and basically when we Hungarians talk about Hungary or Hungarian people back, you know, a long time ago, we think of the Huns, the Magyars, the Avars, the Scythian, the Parthian people, because these people are the same. This is the one continuation, the other, or maybe sister brother kind of people, but it's almost like the same people. So yes, so I will show at the end of this the separation. Well, this will be the photo, but at the end I will show you. Actually, can be seen quite pretty well. Okay, so here at the top, this is the separation when they separated from the Bashkirs, and the R1, A1, this is a kind of genome something. The R1A1 developed around 12,000 years BC, and it subordinated into many different branches. The R1A1AB subbranch had the European and Eurasian groups. Béla III belongs to the Euro-Asian group. So you can see at the top, this is how it starts, and then it comes down. And these two are the European group, and the third is the, let me just, so this third is the Eurasian group, and this red circle is where Béla the Third is. And the RZ 2125, within which the ZZ2123 most likely developed 2000 BC, are pre-Scythian. The 2123 South Central Asia, from which RSUR51 Volga-Ural region, from which the Árpád Dynasty developed. So it can be seen here. So this is the South Asian and the Volga-Ural, and here comes down, this is the Árpád, the red, the Árpád Dynasty. And so this is the same, a closer look. You see? And Y2632, characteristic to Tatars and Bashkirs. The so-called Hu-52, because, you know, they found somebody, but didn't know who this skeleton belonged to, and they think it's most likely Béla the Blind, Béla the II. Movement of Árpád Dynasty. So where they were located, where they came from the North Afghanistan region into two groups. They split into two groups. Between the two groups was also some movement, and from the upper group they moved to the Carpathian base. So I will just show you like here. So this is the North Afghanistan area, and they went to the South Ural and to the Carpathian. And between the two also there was some kind of movement, a little bit of movement. And this South Ural area moved to the Carpathian base. So you can't see here, but it goes up to the Carpathian Basin. So, and this movement actually was quite rapid. It didn't take very long, like hundreds of years, but rather a few years. And they think, because when they researched the area, they didn't see the print of, okay, these people were moving slowly and they were living there for a long time. So the research shows that this movement was pretty rapid. So the institute says that we can forget about the 150 years of Khazarian ruling, or they don't think also that I don't know in English the name, I didn't write it out. We call it the Besenyők, but these people who were living in the north, I don't know, I don't even remember where they lived. Anyway, this group of people, normally they say that they were fighting with us and we were kind of escaping from these people. So that's why we went to the Carpathian base. That's also not true. And especially that the Magyars were pretty strong. So I don't think it was like you just kick in the ass and kick them into the Carpathian base. So yes, so that was it. And why, if you talk to Hungarians who are proud to be Hungarians and who research their history, I just really suggest you don't mention them that you are Finno-Ugric origin, because they really don't like it. And because they grew up with a different kind of belief, and our mythology or or the stories which was passed down by generation said a different origin, something that is matching this what I've just told you. And so they had a different belief for centuries. And then comes a political power which oppresses us, and then they create this Finno-Ugric theory really based on nothing. And even back then, a lot of researchers were showing different results, and they just want to ignore everything. So they basically wiped out our history, which we believed our history, and they created a new theory which was not really supported by science, and they were pushing on us even till today. And this is one reason this institute developed, because researchers didn't get money to research what really our history is, or you couldn't talk about it because then you were kicked out, and there were so many problems even till today. So that's why they developed this new institute, and they are really researching our real history. And so that's why if you tell Hungarians, you push this Finno-Ugric, or when I hear this Finno-Ugric origin, I already want to scream, because this is something was created and forced on us by our enemy, let's say. So anyway, this is our origin. I mean, not our origin, because when you talk about Hungarians, this was just the Magyars, where the Magyars were originated from, who came to the Carpathian base, and especially the ruling people of this group. So anyway, as I said, I'm going to put the title, name of the titles of the publication, of the 4 publication that I recommend you to read if you are interested in. And what I showed you also, I don't know, have I showed you the Béla the Third, the skull? Wait. So this is the Béla the Third skeleton. So anyway, I'm going to put this also, this little description in the description below. This what I just was talking about, and the photos will be there as well. Some I just screenshot from the presentation because I myself didn't read the publication because I'm not so interested in details in these things, but I listened to some of the presentation of the Hungarian Institute, and I screenshot some of this thing, but it's actually is in the study as well. So anyway, this was for today. This is the origin of the Magyars. Bye.